And in this video we will be customising, testing, reviewing and hopefully maxing out, I suppose, the Coil Raiden. Now I said at the end of the last video that this one was going to be really disappointing. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is that this is actually the closest thing in the game to my car in real life. So I feel fairly well qualified to judge this thing quite harshly because in real life I absolutely adore my car. I think it's fabulous. But in the game this thing's a total piece of crap. So they've got some of it like the looks are, you know, kind of okay. The way it takes off like a scolded cat is pretty good. The one thing that I will give them that they've got right are, you know, certain aspects of the handling are right. It does feel very heavy, they're very heavy cars, so they do feel like you're chucking them around quite a lot. But they've done something that I've griped about before, and I'm going to gripe about it again, which is the top speed on the electric vehicles, and it's the way it has been artificially limited. And I don't understand why they do it, because in real life these cars are not slow, and the way they've crippled the top speed on these, it makes, in particular this one, it makes this car almost unusable, I think, because I'll find out when I do the top speed test, but you can feel this thing stop as soon as you get to its paltry top speed. It just stops, which, you know, to be fair, I'll give them the props. That kind of is how you hit the max in an EV. But this myth that the top speeds of all these cars needs to be so low is really annoying, because it is spoiling what would otherwise be a really good selection of cars. So gripe over, well, gripe one over. We'll move on to customization, and gripe 2, because customization is terrible as well. Now again, in real life these things aren't particularly customizable at all, but the customization on this in particular is incredibly poor. There is very little you can do to make this look in any way interesting. So with that, let's get round to the inevitable disaster that will be the top speed test. And here we are. So we have our measured mile that I will drive as quickly as possible, although as I've already hinted at, I don't think I need a stopwatch for this car. I think I need a calendar. It's taking so long, I'm probably going to run out of things to say to you. And we're not even halfway there. I'm just moaning now. I'm just using this as an opportunity to complain, aren't I, really? And there we go. So that's what we managed to do. So this is the point where I have to talk about final thoughts and then sort of close out the review. Do I think you should buy this? Absolutely not. It's on offer, and it is a decent price. So if you want the closest version of the Model S in your life, then yeah, go for it for that reason, absolutely, but don't go for it because it's a good car, because it isn't. The handling is pretty good. I think it looks quite nice, but the huge limitation on the top speed. Now we'll see when the lap comes in. I've had a sneak peek at the time and it's not terrible, but for what should be a pretty premium car in real life, it's a very, very disappointing lap time. So I can't possibly recommend that you buy it unless it's just something that you have to have in your collection. And here's what we managed to do for the lap time. So thank you all for coming back. Sorry if that was a bit of a whinge fest, but I'm quite annoyed with what they've done with this car. So you can see here where it sits on the lap board. And that's a good way towards the bottom. So that's it for this video. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all on the next one.